time today. It's so good to see you. My name is Mrs. Kieran, and I work at the Harvard Dickens Library. And today we're going to read a story about an elephant. Elephants are amazing animals, aren't they? They're very, very big, much bigger than we are. They are gray, and they have an amazingly long nose called a trunk that can smell things. It can pick things up. It even sprays water to help the elephant stay cool in the hot, hot, hot weather. Elephant, the word elephant is right here, and it starts with this letter right here. This is the letter E. E makes an sound. Can you say that with me? Very good. Elephant starts with the letter E, and it just so happens to be the first letter in the name of the elephant we're going to read about today. Elliot is our little elephant friend that's in our story today. And this story is called Little Elliot Fall Friends. And it's written and illustrated by Mike Curato. Now, Elliot the elephant has a little friend right there named Mouse. And let's see what they decide to do when they go on a fall adventure. Little Elliot and his best friend Mouse loved living in the big city. But sometimes the city was too dirty, too loud, and too busy. Look at all the people there. You can barely see Elliot and Mouse. "We need a vacation," said Mouse. Later that morning, Elliot and Mouse boarded a bus bound for the country. They could see the bright autumn leaves as the big city slowly disappeared behind them. Look at all the pretty colors on those trees. Don't they look nice? Elliot and Mouse got off the bus and smelled the fresh air. "Wow," said Elliot, "the country is even bigger than the city." "I'll race you up that hill," said Mouse. At the top of the hill, Elliot and Mouse could feel the breeze and the sunshine and the soft grass. Neither spoke for a long time. Then Elliot's stomach growled. "I am getting hungry," he said. "Looks like there are some apple trees down there," said Mouse. Mouse has some good eyes, doesn't he, to see some apple trees down there? "The country is delicious," said Elliot. "And fun," said Mouse. "Let's play hide and seek." First, Mouse found Elliot hiding in a hollow log. Then Elliot found Mouse hiding in a pumpkin patch. Can you see Mouse peeking out from behind that pumpkin? Elliot picked the perfect hiding place. "Mouse will never find me here," he thought. There he is hiding in the cornfield. And here is Mouse looking for him way up on a scarecrow. Elliot was right. He waited and waited, but Mouse never came. Where could Mouse be? Elliot thought. Everything was still, very still. Suddenly, Elliot smelled something delicious. Something that smells so good must be worth looking for, he thought. What did he find? It's a pie. I wonder what kind of pie. Let's see. "I found you," said Mouse, leaping from behind the pie. "Mouse," said Elliot. "When I couldn't find you, my new friends and I baked a pie," said Mouse. "I told them that you would follow your nose." "Nobody knows me better," said Elliot. And look at all those new friends that they have. Later, they all gathered for a fall feast. "To new friends," said Mouse. "And to new treats," said Elliot. Look at all those treats that they're having. Doesn't that look like a fun fall feast? That night Elliot and Mouse nestled into the hay and took turns naming the stars until they both fell fast asleep. Two good friends cuddling up together after having a wonderful day together. Wasn't that awesome? And they were having fun in the fall, too, a time of year that's very cool and crisp, and when we get apples just like they did. I'm going to share with you a special story now that you can do with me. In order to tell it, I'm going to move my E and my word elephant, and I'm going to put up a bathtub. Now I wonder what a bathtub has to do with an elephant. Let's say this together. First, we're going to talk about elephants and going for a swim in the bathtub. When we talk about swim, go like this with your hands. When they knock on the door, we're going to clap our hands like that. And then when they splash in the tub, we're going to make splashing motions with our hands. And then once they jump in the tub, we're going to make a big splash just like this with our hands, putting them together and splashing them like that. Are you ready? Let's try this together. One little elephant in the bathtub going for a swim. Knock, knock, splash, splash, come on in. And once that elephant comes in the bathtub, he goes splash. Good job. Now, if you have one elephant, you're going to have another. Here comes two elephants in the bathtub going for a swim. Knock, knock, splash, splash, come on in. Two elephants are going to make a big splash. Good job. If we have two elephants, what comes next? You're right, we're going to have three elephants. Are you ready? Three elephants in the bathtub going for a swim. Knock, knock, splash, splash, come on in. Now, three elephants are going to make a pretty big splash, so let's make a big splash with our hands. Are you ready? Splash. Good job. If we have three elephants, what comes next? Four. You bet. Pretty soon we're going to have four elephants. Four elephants in the bathtub going for a swim. Knock, knock, splash, splash. Come on in. And four elephants are going to make a pretty big splash. Are you ready? Here we go. Splash. Good job. If we have four elephants, do you think we can fit five? Let's try and see. Here comes the fifth elephant. Five elephants in the bathtub going for a swim. Knock, knock, splash, splash. Come on in. Now, I think five elephants are going to make a really big splash, don't you? Let's get ready to make a big splash with our hands. Here we go. Splash. Good for you. That's five elephants in the bathtub. And it's a good thing we have a big bathtub, don't we? Shall we make something together today? I think we should make an elephant. But not just any elephant, an elephant with a long trunk that can get longer like this. Look at that elephant's trunk. It's amazing, isn't it? I'm going to show you a list of supplies that you'll need to make your elephant. And once you get those supplies together, come on back and I'll show you how to make your elephant with its long trunk. I'll see you in a minute.
If you have your supplies ready, let's make an elephant with a moving trunk. The thing that makes the elephant's trunk move is a straw. And so one of the key things you're going to need is a straw that will be behind the elephant's trunk, and that when you blow in it will make the elephant's trunk move. Now let me show you how to make your elephant. The first thing you're going to do is start with two large triangles. I took a 9-inch square piece of gray construction paper and cut it in half on the diagonal to make two large triangles. The first thing I'm going to do is take one of the triangles, and on the pointed side opposite the longest side of the triangle, I'm going to make a fold about 1 inch deep. And there is another little triangle. I'll do the same thing on the other piece of construction paper and make a fold about the same size. Now both pieces of construction paper have two triangles folded on the point that is opposite from the longest side of the triangle. This is going to make the elephant's head. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to take a 2-inch by 9-inch strip of gray construction paper. This will be the elephant's trunk, and we're going to glue it down on top of one of the triangles that we just folded. Put lots and lots of glue on because you need that trunk to stick very, very well. And we'll put the 2-inch piece of construction paper right over that folded triangle. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to put lots of glue on top of that 2-inch trunk, and we're going to add our straw. Now the straw needs to stick out a little ways past the end of the elephant's head. You can see where you folded over the triangle before. Make sure the straw sticks a little ways past there. Then what you're going to do is you're going to put lots of glue all the way around that big triangle, because we need to make that triangle stick together very, very well. All right? And then we're going to take the other triangle and put it right on top of all that glue. The key thing we want to make sure of is that we make a nice snug spot for that straw. We want to make sure that no air really gets around to that straw. So make sure you put lots and lots of glue on the two large triangles. You're making a sandwich so that you have the 2-inch by 9-inch trunk and the straw sandwiched between the two large triangles that will make the elephant's head. Now what you can do is you can turn the head over, and now we can make the face. Take two circles that you cut out of white paper. I used a quarter to trace a circle on a piece of white paper and put it right on one side of the straw, and then do the same thing for another circle. Trace a quarter on a white piece of paper, and you can put it right there on either side of the straw. Now you can also use a black marker if you'd like to finish off the eyes of the elephant so it can look at you while you're blowing its trunk very, very hard and making it trumpet. Now our elephant needs a couple other things. It needs some ears, and so we're going to take one side of the elephant's head and fold it over to make a big triangle. There is one elephant ear, and then we'll do the same thing on the other side. Fold the other pointed triangle down, and there's the elephant's ears. If you'd like, you could use a pink crayon and color a little bit of pink here to show the inside of the elephant's ears. Cut two white triangles out of white paper, construction paper, or just plain white paper. Put glue on the back of each triangle and put each triangle on either side of the trunk. And now your elephant has two tusks. Look at that. But now your elephant needs to have a trunk that's going to blow out. So what we're going to do is we'll turn our elephant a little bit. Take your black marker and you're going to draw some lines on that 2-inch strip so it looks like an elephant's trunk. Then take a pencil and flip your elephant over. And using a pencil, wrap the trunk tightly around the pencil so it rolls right up and gives that trunk a nice rounded shape, all the way up to where the straw is, just like that. Now your elephant has a trunk that's ready to trumpet. Now take your elephant, put the top of the straw in your mouth, and blow. Have fun playing with your trumpeting elephant.
Did you have fun making your elephant? It's a pretty cool craft, isn't it? And it's lots of fun to play with to make its trunk get nice and big. Thanks for joining me for story time today. I'm so glad you were with me today. I look forward to seeing you next time. And until then, please make sure that you keep reading lots of really good books. I'll see you soon. Bye.